try to figure out who I am. Not sure what I'm doing here, and the days don't work out the way I thought they would. And before you there was no one who understood. Never found somewhere I fit in. Until I met you I was feeling lost. But you're the one who can make it go away. All you have to do is look at me. Sometimes I can't breathe, but it feels like you're the one who saves me. When I try, but don't succeed. Yeah, it feels like you're the one who saves me. The one who saves me.
Trying my best to hold on. It's not easy, but I'm feeling stronger with you. And the days don't work out the way I thought they would. And before you there was no one who understood. Sometimes I can't see, but it feels like you're the one who saves me. When I try, but don't succeed. Yeah, it feels like you're the one who saves me. The one who saves me. I'll give you my everything. It's not much, but it's all I have.
You know we could run to a place where we belong, but I need you there with me to go on. Sometimes I can't see, but it feels like you're the one who saves me. When I try, but don't succeed. Yeah, it feels like you're the one who saves me. The one who saves me.
Hello and welcome to the chat today, or to the stream I guess I should say. We are on 1367 in our Ultimate Decades Challenge, and I just want to start this stream by saying thanks to EA for providing me with the game code for the Sims 4 for Rent expansion pack with the EA Creator Network. We are able to, because of that, go ahead and put our Sims in a village for this, and so that is amazing. I absolutely love that. And so we are going to be able to see our Sims in a village for the first time in game, which is amazing, and I absolutely love that. So we are going to be taking a look at that when we get in game today. I hope that you guys are doing fantastic. I'm doing great, and I am super excited to go ahead and jump into the game with you guys today. Hi Tracy, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? I am hoping that you guys are going to like the changes that I made to our game, and that you're going to love the changes that I have done. I have put in a couple of villages, and I changed our war camp. I did put that information on the community post so that you guys could see what I have done, but we're going to kind of delve into that in today's stream. We're going to take a look at what I've actually done, where I've placed our families, where everyone has kind of ended up, and we are going to delve in and look at all of that. On top of that, we have, unfortunately, as you know, in this year, we have to lose John Arundel. He is dying this year, and so we are going to be losing him. So Julianna is going to be having to take care of her siblings all by herself and raise them up. So she's going to be caring for them, and so it is going to take a village. She is going to need help, while she's dealing with her grieving and the loss of her father. And so thankfully, we're going to have people around her that are going to be able to help her take care of, the kids, and she'll have people around to help her when she's mourning and things like that. So I think it's going to be great that we're going to see the Sims that are going to be around her. They're going to be able to kind of, mingle with her and things like that, because they're all going to be on that same lot. And I think it's going to be a very different perspective now, and I think that's going to be great. So I'm really excited to see that. Let's go ahead and jump into the game. So we are here, as you can see, in England, and this is our new village here. So let's go ahead, and we are going to jump in with the Arundel family here, and we are going to take a look at our new property, and we will just take a look at that, and then we will hop over to our spreadsheet. And as we know, we are going to have to spin and find out what is John dying from this year, because he is the first, that's the first thing on our spreadsheet, is that John has to die. So this is our house here on this lot. So let's just take a look at this lot. This lot is fantastic. I found it on the gallery, and I just placed it down. It was already pre-built, but the houses were completely empty. So I had to go in and furnish all of these homes. But the homes and the lot was built, but I just had to furnish each of the homes. But this is our first village here in England, and I hope that you guys really like it, because I think that it's absolutely gorgeous. So we have all of our main families here. So we have our Arundel family in this house here. We have the one of the Petechia families in this house here. I can only hear from one ear, as my other ear I have an infection. And Tom, the muscle, and torn the muscle inside my ear. You've got to wait 8 weeks to come back. Otherwise, they have to operate. Oh my gosh, Tracy. That's awful. I hate that. I'm so sorry that you're having to go through that. That is really, really bad. How did you manage to pull that off? Like, how did you do that? I mean, obviously I know how you get ear infections, but like, how did you tear the muscle in your ear? Like, wow, that is crazy. This house here is the monastery. So it is, the bottom portion of this house is the church. So as you can see, the bottom section is a shared section. It is a church that they can all go into and go and listen to the sermon. And then the upstairs area is where the monastery people live. So that is where the priests live. And then here we have ourselves like a little cantina, like bar area. So I just kind of decorated it up as a little place where they could go and they could have some drinks and kind of carry on. And then the upstairs area, they can come up here, they can play a little bit of music, they can dance if they wanted to. And then this is just a washroom area. So this is a shared area as well. And then this is the Berman's family. They live here. This house here is still empty. I don't have anyone living in it. So I didn't decorate it yet because no one is currently living there. And then we have the McNallys in this house on the left. And then the large Petechia house, Simon and Bridget live in this house here. So as you can see, we already have Simon Petechia here outside. And I absolutely love that everyone just kind of is out and about. The McNallys are out here. The Petechias are out here. Emery Petechia, the priest, Vero Ricci, is out here. So everyone is just kind of outside. They all come out, they mingle, and that is fantastic. We love that. But let's go ahead and take a look at our house and let me show you what it looks like. So when we go in the front door here of our house now, we have this area here where it's just like a entryway here. And then we go down the hallway, and this is their kitchen here. And it's like separated by like a half wall. This is their living space here. And then we have John's room here, which obviously we know he's about to pass away, but this is the main master bedroom here. And then we have a washroom here. And then there are stairs outside that lead to the upstairs area. And so if you go upstairs, there's a hallway here. And in the hallway, there is some stuff for her to, like, Julianna can paint. There are some musical instruments here and a couple seating areas, some a dollhouse for the children to play with. And then we have another washroom upstairs. And then we have Julianna's room, or another bedroom. There is the nectar making area here. And then we have a single bedroom for little Amelie here. And then Diana and Xavier share this toddler room here. So this is their house. So I hope that you guys like that. And then they have themselves just a little garden out to the side here of the house that they've already planted up here. And as you can see, everyone's just come over and they're just chatting. We absolutely love that. And they do. They come over, they chat, and they conversate with one another. And everyone is really close-knit now that we have got them all on the same lot, which is fantastic. I love to see that. I love to see them mingle and build their relationships up. And they're all a lot closer now. I think they're going to get a lot closer now that we have them all together. We're going to be able to see their relationships flourish and blossom, and I think that's great. And we're going to get to know our Sims a little bit better, I think, on a deeper level, and get to see what they're like, because we're going to be seeing them all a little bit more, being that we're all on this one lot. So I think that's going to be fantastic. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump over to our spreadsheet, and we will go ahead and do our roll and find out what it is that John is going to be passing away from. As we know, he is scheduled to die today, so we do want to find out what he's dying from. So I do have the wheel up for us to go ahead and give that a spin. The doctor thinks I have torn it because I am prone to infections in my ear, and waiting list to see a specialist can take up to 5 years. Oh my gosh, that is a really long wait. All right, so let's spin the wheel, find out what John is dying from. Hopefully it's not anything that can be caught by other people in the family, and unfortunately it looks like it is. He got the common plague. So because of that, we do have to roll for other people in the family to see if they caught the plague as well. So let's go over to our spreadsheet and find out what is the percentage for those other, for the common plague. So the common plague has a 30% chance. So we do have to spin and see if anyone else in the family has caught the common plague. So they, as we know, have to roll higher than 30%. So we are going to go ahead and roll for Julianna and see if she has to roll obviously higher than 30%. All right. So Julianna is good. And then we have Amelie. Who is also good. And then we have Diana. Who is also good. And then we have Xavier, our little heir. Is he going to catch the common plague? He just got over. Just by 1% he got over. Okay. So he's safe. Everyone in the family is safe other than John. So John is the only one that is going to die from the common plague. Let me go ahead and put on here the common plague. And we will put that John is going to die from the common plague. Where is John? There he is. So he's going to die from the common plague. And then I'm just going to change the year to 1367. And we are going to put that he is now deceased in January of 1367. All right, so John is dying of the plague here in 1367 here in January. And we are going to have to go ahead and kill him. So it is already pretty late in the day here. It is about 7:16 in the morning. We are just going to go ahead and take John here. I know that, that seems pretty rough that we're going to go ahead and do that. But we are going to go ahead and take John, and then we have some birthdays that we have to roll for, and we will go ahead and continue on with our birthday rolls. We have about 4 birthday rolls that we have to get through as well, and so we'll do that. So let's go ahead and we will deal with John here. Poor John. I hate that he has to go. Everyone is going to be pretty upset by this news, I think. All right, John, it is your time to die. And let's find out what year John was born, actually. John was born in 1329. All right. Look at the children. They're like, oh my gosh, our dad. Yes, it is so sad. Diana and Xavier are the ones that have found him. And they are just traumatized by this news that they have found their father. And they're both green and need baths. Julianna is going to desperately have her hands full taking care of all of these children now that John is gone, I think. And she's going to be really, really having a hard time because she is going to be stressed knowing that she has to basically keep Xavier alive, because if he doesn't live and anything happens to him, she knows that she has to be the heir to this family as well. So she's really, really upset about this news. Oh, everyone's just coming in to find him. Oh my goodness. Where is the Grim? Is the Grim going to come in and take care of this? Yes, he's coming. Okay, I was going to say, like, everyone in the family is just coming in and they're distraught, and the Grim is just taking his time here. Like, come on, Grim. Get it together. Get your life together. Poor Amelie. She's like, not my dad. I lost my mom, now I've lost my dad. Oh, these poor children. Oh my goodness. I feel so bad for them. I really, really do. I have no idea where Julianna is, but she's clearly not upset by this news because she has no idea that anything has happened as of yet. All right, John has passed on. We're going to go ahead and engrave his epitaph. He was born in 1329 and he's died in 1367. And we are going to give Julianna his urn. Oh, you're over here in the bar. Ugh, my goodness. No wonder you don't know anything about this. Well, Julianna, you're going to have to go ahead and go to travel. All right, let's have her travel, and we're going to go and place his urn in the cemetery so that we can put him in his final resting place. I might be popping in and out. Your life has been an accident. My hobbies work. Yeah, you do what you have to do. That's perfectly fine. All right, so she is going to just go. We're going to take him over here to the cemetery, and we're going to place him in his final resting place. And then we are going to have him placed down, and then we're going to go and do our birthday rolls. So let's go place him down. We have a little fox here. Okay, well, we love that. All right, so as we know, we are on this row here. We're just going to place, oh wait, John, no, John is the heir. I'm at the wrong place. Oh, let's travel to the correct place. John has to go in the church because he is the heir. I almost placed him in the wrong place. Oh my goodness, that would have been awful. I never would have found him again. He has to actually go in the Windenberg Church. Here in England, he is to go in the church. Let me put him in the church. All right. So we will take him down here where he actually belongs. And he's going to go here. He's going here. There we go. All right. So I'm just going to have her come down here and strengthen his connection to the physical world. So we'll have her come down and do that. Look how sad she is. It says, she's so sad from losing a parent. It's hard to see those closest to us pass away. She can find some solace by mourning at a tombstone. So I'm going to let her go ahead and strengthen his connection to the physical world, and then she can mourn him.
Basamu. Maybe Scheiben
All right. So she has done that. I know. It's so sad. She's so torn up by the fact that she's lost her father, and she's thinking, how have you left me here to take care of these children by myself? And now I don't know what's going to happen to me. Like, am I going to be the heir? Like, as of right now, she kind of is the heir. I mean, Xavier is the heir, but he's a toddler and he can't do anything. And she's like, oh my gosh, like, what are we going to do? The heir to our family is a toddler right now, and he can't defend anything or do anything. Like, what are we going to do? And she's freaking out inside and outside of her. She's just like, oh my gosh, she doesn't know what she's going to do. She just knows that she has to keep that little one alive. And really, that's completely out of her control. She has no control over the fact if Xavier lives or dies. So she's like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I really don't know what I'm going to do. So she's going to head herself on back to the house here. We are going to go ahead and go to the spreadsheet, and we're going to see about birthdays. We have, as we know, a toddler. Oscar McNally is aging up to a toddler. So we're going to roll and see if he can age up to a toddler. He can't roll a 1, 4, 8, 12, or 15. So we are going to go ahead and roll the dice for him and see if he can age up. So we are going to give that a roll. So let's do that and see what he gets. So on a D20, if we give a roll, he rolls a 12, and Oscar McNally is scheduled to die. So we're going to roll unfortunately, a D4 to see how many years. And he's going to have 3 years until he dies. So, oh my goodness. 1, 2, 3. All right. So, here Oscar McNally is going to die. All right, so we'll age up Oscar to a toddler, and then in 1370, he's going to die. And then we have Archibald Meshram, Alba Meshram, and Evita Petechia aging up to young adults, and they can't roll a 3, 7, or 19. So let's go ahead and roll for them on a D20. He rolled a 6, so he is good. And for Alba, she rolls a 10 and is good. And then for Evita, she rolls a 15 and is good. So they all get 40 days. So let me put them where they belong on the timeline. They are here. So they go there, and let's do this and turn it to the blue. All right, so they are aging up to young adults. So let's go ahead and head over to our McNally house, and we will age up little Oscar and get him aged up to a toddler. So let's go ahead and save and go to Manage Worlds and go to our McNally house now. Which we know doesn't mean we go very far because they are in this complex with us. So our McNally house is here. So as you can see, we have the Petechias here, the McNallys here, we have the Bermans, we have the other Petechia family here, and then our Arundel family, and then this is the monastery, and up in the top level of the monastery is our priests. So we love that. So we're going to go visit our McNally family. And little Oscar here is the one that is aging up. Hello, Rose. How are you? And welcome to the stream. All right, little Oscar, where are you? He's just laying out here on the ground. I don't know if you can see him. He's kind of hidden under Georgina. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to hop into cast with Oscar here, and we're just going to age him up to a toddler. And we're going to see what trait he gets and give him his little makeover. So this is little Oscar McNally. He is a wiggly infant, but as a toddler, he is going to be what? He is going to be bubbly. Well, he got some really curly hair. Oh, he really aged up funky, didn't he? What happened? His eyes are all messed up. I'm great. Glad to be able to catch your live. I'm glad you're able to catch my live too, but look at his eyes. I don't know what's going on with him. I hope he outgrows that. I'm a little concerned, honestly. His face is like a jumbled mess. Clearly something is messed up in the game here. I've probably got some kind of something in here that is not good after the patch update. Alright, let us look about blush. I almost hate to take his picture with him looking like that, but I have to take his photo, so I wonder what is wrong. I wonder what it could be that's in my game that's causing it to do that. Alright, so the McNally family, as we know, is purple. So we're going to put him in his purple outfits. And let me go ahead and do that at the very least. All right, and then we'll take his photo, even though his face is a little bit jumbled there. All right. So there is Oscar McNally as a toddler. Poor guy. Is it like that when he's like in like live as well? I can't tell because it's just like, you're in my way, Georgina. Georgina, can you move out of the way? Well, he's a little talkative little guy, isn't he? Look at him just boogie. We love it. He's so cute. And we have Joan Berman here. We actually don't see a whole lot of Joan. Because Joan got married and she doesn't want to have kids, we hardly ever see her. But we'll be seeing more of her now that she's living in the village. But it's just her and her husband, and they don't have any children, so we hardly ever go and check in with them. So that's why I moved them into the village, because I thought I would like to be able to see them. Even though they're not planning to have any children, I just thought maybe we'd like to be able to see them. So we love that. All right, so we went ahead and we got him aged up. Let's go ahead now, and we're going to go over to our next family, which is the Meshram family, which, as we know, they are living in Transylvania. Our Transylvania family is still in Transylvania because they are vampires. And so I didn't move them out into another world. They're still living in Transylvania. So we are just going to go over here to the Von Schwann and Meshram family, and we're going to go ahead and age up Archibald and Alba. They are aging up to young adults, so let's go ahead and age them up now. And then we'll go to age up Evita Petechia to a young adult as well. All right, so we have Archibald here. We're just going to age him up to a young adult. So he currently is competitive and a snob. He's also going to be, he can't do a geek. He's also going to be calm. So, let's see, competitive, snob, and calm. Oh my goodness, that is quite the lineup he's got going on there. I think I'm going to do for him that he wants to be a mansion baron. I could see him wanting to be really, really rich and wanting to be a mansion baron. So let's go ahead and put him as a mansion baron. And then we will go ahead and age up Alba now. And we will age her up to a young adult. All right, and she is proper and hates children, and she also is going to be a glutton. So we know that she wants to be she wanted knowledge master vampire. Okay.
Oh.
So we'll put her back as that. All right. So we love that for her, and she is good to go. We love that. Both of them have aged up.
Wanna fub.
He is like, I'm so bored. I just want more in life. And she's like, what are you talking about? And he's like, I just want to own this big fancy like castle. And she's like, you surely do dream big. And he's like, I do dream big. And she's like, okay, well, okay. They love affection. Alba loves affection. She really appreciated receiving such kind attention from Archibald just now. Okay, sure. All right, so now we're going to go and we need to age up Evita Petechia. So let's go ahead and go to the Petechia residence. All right, Evita Petechia. So I'm not sure which Petechia residence it is, but let's take a look. So I don't believe it's that one. I believe it's this Petechia residence. Blythe, Isolde. We don't have an Evita Petechia. Who is Evita Petechia? Maybe she passed away. Let me check my timeline. Because I don't remember an Evita Petechia. I think maybe Evita Petechia passed away. Oh no, she's the wife of Emery. Okay, so, but she's aging up to a young adult now. Right. That would be why I don't recognize the name, because she's just so new to the family. All right, so we're going to go age up Evita now. I can't believe she's already aging up to a young adult, though. That happened really fast. All right, so this is Evita Petechia. She is a teen. We're aging her up now to be a young adult. So let's go ahead and age her up to a young adult and see what she's going to get. So she is a mean sim. She is a materialistic sim. And now she is going to be a horticulturist. These sims love to grow things in their garden and become happy when harvesting crops. All right, so she's mean and materialistic, but she also likes to garden. All right, so let's go ahead then and we will make her a nature sim. She can do the freelance botanist. And she's a high school dropout. Okay, well, that's fine. All right, perfect. We love that. All right, and these are their little boys, Theodore and Otis here. Okay. Look at how cute they are. We love that for them. Oh, they seriously are enamored with one another. We love that for them. All right, so we now have done all of the birthdays for the families for the day. And now we just need to go ahead and check back in with our main household. We need to see how Julianna's doing. Obviously, she has just lost her father, and we want to check in with them. We need to make sure that the main household's doing okay. And see how, our little heir is doing, because as we know, they are now carrying on without their father. And so we just need to make sure Julianna is taking care of things now that John is gone. And I don't think that she's going to pick up the nectar making like he had done. She does do painting. She does do the gardening. She's also going to have her hands full with taking care of the children. Okay, you didn't take yourself home? What in the world? Get yourself home. She's like, I was doing that. I was heading home, but I just didn't quite make it. Okay, well, get yourself home. So she does the gardening and she does the painting and things like that, but she hasn't quite picked up a love for the nectar making. But she's also going to have her hands full with taking care of all of the children. She has to cook, she has to clean, she has to do all of those things. And I just don't think that it's going to be feasible that she's going to want to pick up another task such as nectar making and things like that. I could be wrong, but I don't think as of right now she's going to want to necessarily do that. So we'll just have to see how it goes. All right, so she's now finally made it home, and we'll go through another little loading screen here. All right, so we have officially made it home. Let's go ahead and check on everyone's needs. We know everyone is really devastated by the loss of John, but I do just want to make sure everyone's doing okay. It looks like Julianna's needs are great. Amelie's feeling okay. She could stand to eat a little bit soon, so I am going to go ahead and get Julianna to just come on in here and start making some things. So we will go ahead and start cooking. So I'm just going to have her get in here and make some bread roll stew. That way she can start cooking some things for the family to eat once they start getting hungry. So come on in here, and that way you can do that. We definitely are going to need to eat at some point, so you might as well get to cooking some food. So she's going to just take care of that. She's like, oh, I just don't know if I want to do it. Where are you going? Where are you going with the food? Where are you going to cook this? Honestly, where is she taking this food? I mean, she's going all the way into this shared area so she can cook their food. You could have done that in your kitchen.
Oh, borf.
That was ridiculous. I don't know why she did that. That is hilarious. Like, you walked all the way into the shared area instead of just using the kitchen that you, like, for what reason? Now you're going to walk all the way back to your kitchen to use the oven. Oh my goodness. Well, that's a bit of a waste of time there, I think, of a use of your time. Just a bit of a waste. Look at Joan's like, Julianna, honey, what are you doing? And she's like, I'm cooking. And she's like, well, why did you come all the way in there just to cut up your food? And she's like, I don't know. I'm not really using my head quite clearly right now. She's like, well, I can see that. I can definitely see that. I mean, there are plenty of counters in here for you to have used, and you decided to go all the way over there to use a counter. I don't get it. I just don't get it. All right. Let's go ahead and finish this meal up, and that's fine. Okay, can you... Oh, you have to have potty help. Can you go potty? Yeah, you can go potty. Go potty, and you're cooking, and then you can ask, like, go ahead and do potty help for the little one when she's done. Okay, we love that. Amelie, did you start this painting? Yes, finish it, please. All right, we love that. And then call to everyone to a meal.
Jiva.
All right, so Julianna is just calling everyone to a meal. They're going to have a little bit of this bread roll stew, and we love that. She's heartbroken. She's like, I am missing my dad so much already, and it's not even been that long, but that's why she's missing her dad so much. And she is not sure how she's going to make it. She's like, how am I going to do this without him? He was the backbone of this family, and now he's gone. Everything's going to be fine, Julianna. I promise you, everything is going to be fine. She's like, you don't know that. You don't know that it's going to be fine. All right, you're going to use the potty, and then you're going to come down to eat. You're coming down to eat, and then you probably need to use the potty. I do think that, honestly, you should probably potty train this little girl. So after you're done eating, maybe you can come up here and potty train Diana. And then you can maybe give her a bath. Give a bath to Diana. Okay. So we're just going to take care of a little bit of Diana's needs. She's feeling a little bit neglected and she's not doing well. She's really not. She's like, I don't have quite yet a green cloud on me, but it's coming. It's coming. It'll be here before you. Oh, never mind. So she does have a green cloud on her. I lied. She definitely does. Look at that green cloud on her. Yeah. It's all the toddlers. All of the toddlers have a messed up face since the patch update in my game. So I don't know what's going on with that. I'm going to have to definitely investigate that because I don't like the fact that they're all messed up. I think their face is all glitched up. I don't really know what's going on. But it's all the toddlers. I'm going to have to see what is causing that to happen because they just don't look normal. So, yeah. All right. Seriously. As soon as she is done eating, we're going to have her go ahead and give a bath to Diana. All right, why don't you come out here and you can take a look at why have they thrown things down here. So everyone's come out and they've just thrown things down on, like, look at all the stuff they've thrown down. People have just been throwing things on the garden and it's not even, like, you can't plant things here because there's an apple tree planted there. So nothing can be planted there because there's stuff already planted there. Okay. It doesn't look like our garden needs any tending to, so I can't get her to do that. But how is everything else? She needs to get a little bit of rest, so I'm going to have her go ahead and get herself some sleep. She's getting a bath, which we love. Wonderful news. Oh, poor Xavier is feeling really, really sad about his dad being gone. Oh, it says he's very sad from witnessing the death of a loved one. He's like, I'm traumatized from losing my father. Not only did I lose my father, but I witnessed the death of my father, and I'm extremely traumatized by that, and I hate that for him. The children, unfortunately, did see their father die, and it was extremely hard on them. Both of the twins, they had to watch him die. So it is about what time? It is March of 1367 currently, and everyone is doing pretty good aside from the fact that they're definitely mourning. They are definitely feeling the loss. We have obviously gone ahead and shown you this first village, which is hopping and bustling, and everyone seems to be really thriving here in the village. They have been using this bar area, which is fantastic. I love that they're kind of going in and out of there. That's fantastic for us. So that's great. And why are you so sad? She's like, because my dad is gone. That's why I'm sad. All right, go to bed, and you can go to bed. I'm going to send everyone off to bed for the evening. It is starting to get a little bit late. So everyone's going to go on and go to bed. What are you doing, Julianna? She's like, I am just out here aimlessly wandering around the house. Okay, well, great. All right, so I'm going to send her off to bed. Everyone is going to go get themselves a little bit of shut-eye. And then tomorrow we are going to go and we're going to visit the other village. There's nothing really on the timeline, so we will just go see the other villages. And I want to show you the new war camp So we'll do that. Xavier's just outside walking around. We love that. What are you doing, son? Get yourself to bed. Go on now. Get yourself in there and go to bed. He's like, I'm going. All right. You actually need to come in here and sleep. Don't sleep on the rocking chair. Or the rocking horse. A rocking chair. You know what I mean. Both of you get yourselves into an actual bed. There we go. And you too, Amelie, get yourself to bed. She's like, I just want to sleep with my sister. I want you to sleep in your own bed. I gave you a bed. You can sleep in it. There you go. Sleep in bed. All right. So everyone has gone to sleep. It is almost the next month of the year here. We are coming up on April. And so let's go ahead and go check out the other village in England, and let me show you what that looks like. It is a very compact village, but it is a nice little village that we have placed in the other portion of England on Hinford-on-Bagley. So we're going to go take a look over there. So we are going to go here and take a look at this new village here. So over in this village, we have the Petechia family, we have the Like family, we have the other Like family, we have the Shoemaker family, and we have the Arundel family. So let's go ahead and jump in with the Shoemaker family and go take a look at the other village. All right, so we have made it in with the Shoemaker family, and as you can see, this is the other village that I have placed in to Hinford-on-Bagley. Like I said, it is a really tight community here, and the Shoemaker family have the biggest family home on this area because they were the biggest family that I placed here, I believe, other than the Arundel family. The Shoemakers were the largest family. So we have them here in this lot. So when you come into their home, they have, and once again, these homes were empty. And I just decorated the homes. And, oh, well, we have a mailbox here in the house. So let me see if I can get that out. I just decorated the homes, and then because everything else was already placed down. So if my build by will load up here, then we'll just remove that, obviously, and then we'll move on. And I'll show you their little house here. All right, so we have their mailbox that I just need to bring to the outside. Well, let me load, or let me move it. It's like trying to think. So with the residential rental, it is a little bit slower to kind of load everything up in the build by right now. I have noticed that it is a little bit slower, like loading all of these things up, especially when you have all of these different lots on here. But aside from that, everything seems to be working really, really good, but it does have a little bit of a slow uptake. So as you can see, things are a little bit kind of slow going. All right, so we'll just put that there. Perfect. All right, so now, as I was saying, so we have in this house, this is their entryway here. So they've got a couple of little seating areas and like a book area. They just already came in and stole the Bible. Or the holy book, I guess I should call it. And we have a easel for them to paint. And then you come on through here and this is their kitchen and their dining area here. And then if you go through this door, we have the parents' bedroom. It's just pretty plain. And then over here, we have the kids' room with some bunk beds for the big kids and then the toddler beds here. So nothing too fancy, pretty simple, just kind of them a plain old little bit of a house here. I even got a great laugh out of Zena's silly behavior just now. It looks like a bit of goofy company is the perfect cure for those boring moments in life. Would you say that Ivan likes silly behavior? Sure. So we do have them all kind of set up here in their homes. And obviously, as you can see, when you are in your view, you can't see the other homes and what's in them. You can go into your game options and you can check to unhide that by default. And so then you would see everything, but it's by default hidden so that you just see which one you're actually playing in. I think they do that so that it obviously has it where, you know, you don't have like slower loading times and things like that. But yeah, so this is the next village that we have placed in the game, and I think it's super cute, definitely fitting for this part of England, in Hemford on Bagley, and I think it is super cute. They are all just little village houses here, and they're all actually kind of small. They're not, you know, really big houses by no means, but I think they are super cute. And then we have a village that I put in over in France. So let's go there and take a look at that village. And there's actually nobody living in the France village currently. I figure as time goes on and we need to start moving people into the France village, we'll move them into the France village. But I would like to fill up first our England villages. But we do have our France village already set up. So that's here. And so we can just go and take a look. I'll have to go into build mode to look at that because there's no one actually living there that we can actually look at. So I'll just go into build mode so I can show it to you. And then we will go ahead and move on, and I'll show you our war camp. This one has 10 different lots on it, so it's quite large. I've gone over the unit in amount that it's said that it should have. So does take a little bit of time to load, but this is our lot here, and as you can see, it is quite stunning. There are several different lots. Majority of them are 1-bedroom lots. There are a couple that have enough for like a little small 2-bedroom, but majority of these are 1-bedroom lots. So the ones that will need, like most of these families or homes are going to be 1-bedroom lots. So yeah, this is the village here. It is stunning. I absolutely think it's gorgeous. And yeah, I found this one on the gallery as well. So again, it was pre-built. Everything was empty. I just went in and put in the furnishings. So we love that. And then we have our war camp. Which looks like this. Why is it doing that? I don't know, but that's okay. All right, so this is our war camp here. We have some cannons, we have some laundry section, and some areas for gardening and archery. We have a couple of little tents, shacks there, a place for a fire, and a barbecue pit, and a couple of bushes for us to use the washroom in, which we absolutely love. So this is our new war camp. I think it is beautiful. I love it to death. I think it's going to be a fantastic little war camp for us to send our soldiers to for whenever they have to go off to war. And I hope you guys like it. I think it's great. I also found this one on the gallery. I just did it a little bit of a change because of the where their housing is. I changed that up a little bit. It didn't look like that before. I placed those little tents down and I put some archery stuff in. But other than that, this was on the gallery. So yeah, we love that. Let's go ahead and jump back into the game. We are going to go and jump in again with our main family and continue on with our gameplay and see how Julianna gets on with taking care of her siblings and making sure she is taking care of little Xavier. We obviously know that in, as time goes on, we have to make sure that he's going to hopefully live. So yeah, we have to do everything we can. For July of this year, we have Alan Arundel and Victoria Arundel aging up. And then in October of this year, we have Beatrice McNally and Katarina Arundel aging up. So we do have a couple more birthdays for the year. But for now, we just are going to continue on with our family and seeing how they're doing and how they're going to be able to get on. But right now, they're just all getting a little bit of much needed rest. Well, they're supposed to be getting some much needed rest, but it looks like the little toddlers are up and not doing what they're supposed to do. Julianna's like, why are you not asleep? Oh, Allison Petechia has gone into labor. Okay, very good. Let's go see Allison Petechia. Okay. So Allison Petechia actually lives over in this part of England, And so we are going to go over to this village and go to the Petechia home here because that's where Allison lives. And we will see them in their new home over here in this part of England. And she is in labor, so we'll be having us a little baby, which is fantastic. And then we will hopefully have us a birth that is going to be viable. So Allison, let's go ahead and let you have your baby. So we know that you are uncomfortable and are definitely wanting to do that. She's like, come on, let's go. And he is feeling really, really tense, but we are definitely having this baby. He's tense because she's having a baby. Well, it is what it is. The baby's coming. I guess he was not quite expecting a baby quite so soon, but this is their cute little home, and she's going to go ahead and have a little baby now.
Diola. Oh.
All right, Allison, you've got this. Look at him freak out. He's like, oh my gosh, you're having a baby. And she's like, yeah, I am. Look at him. He's so tense. All right, and it's a boy. So let's go ahead and go over to our wheel for baby names for males, and let's see what we're going to name this baby. All right, so we are going to name this little guy Behringer. All right, that's different. So, Behringer Petechia. Oh my gosh, she had twins. I was not expecting that. Okay, let's open up the baby name wheel for girls. And we will find us a girl name. I was only expecting one baby. This is not good. He's probably really going to be tense now. All right, and let's find us a girl name. All right, Cassandra. Okay, well, we had twins, so let's go ahead and let her have these babies.
Yaug. Pana. Diola. Oh, Nubu.
She's like, I don't want to have these babies, but you have to. Okay, what happened to them? I don't know, but, okay. Well, that's not good. We had a last exception happen, and the babies are missing. So let me go into Cass, and then we'll come back out, and see if the babies are in the house, because they're missing. We love that when that happens.
Nushtambalea.
All right. And then let's see if we have our babies. All right, there's one and there's the other one. Okay, great. All right, so let me go ahead and save the game first and foremost. And then we are going to move this baby into this bedroom. Because I don't think it needs to be in here, or they're not going to be able to use their bed. So that's not going to be good. And then we will go ahead and we'll roll for mom and babies and see if they're going to make it. So as we know, mom can't roll a 1. So we will go ahead and roll for mom and see if she's going to make it. So mom can't roll a 1. She rolls a 16. Babies need to roll an odd or an 8, 10, or 20. So for little Berenger, he rolls a 4. So Berenger is going to die. And Cassandra rolls a 12, and she is going to die. So Mom lost both babies. All right, so we are going to lose both of our little ones. I cannot believe that, but she lost both babies. All right, well, that is the luck of the draw. We hate that. But it is what it is. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and put the information on the timeline. It is Wednesday, so it is April. So we have Berenger, Petechia, and we have Cassandra Petechia. Died. Okay, and so I have updated the information here on the timeline that they both died. Let me just, let's see, put on the info tab their information. So Allison had twins, so we will obviously need to put in 2 lines for her. So we have Berenger Petechia, son of Leopold, and Allison. They were the 5th generation in April of 1367, deceased in April of 1367. They are British Italian, and they're stillborn, and a twin. And then the next one is Cassandra. Daughter of Leopold and Allison. 5th generation female in April of 1367. Deceased in April of 1367. And British Italian. And stillborn and a twin. Okay, so I have updated the timeline and the information chart, and we are going to go ahead and take babies away from Mom, which sucks so bad that she has to lose both of her babies. Not just one, but both of them. All right, Berenger, you have to go. So sorry. And Cassandra, you have to go. So sorry. All right, I am super sorry about that. Let's go ahead and save, and I'm going to take away this bed because honestly, we don't need the extra crib. There's no need for it. And honestly, what are the odds of her losing both of those babies? Like, I didn't even know that, like, I really don't know what the odds are of that happening, but like, I just hate that she has to lose both of them. And I think she's going to be very sad. Yes, she is. Very, very sad about the fact that she's lost her babies. I think that Leopold is probably going to be okay because he was really tense about the fact that he was, about to be a father. I think that, maybe he wanted kids, but then he was tense about it too because he was like, am I really ready for it? I don't really necessarily know how to be a dad. And even though, I know that this is my duty and this is probably what I'm supposed to do in life, at the end of the day, do I really know what I'm supposed to do? Like, how am I supposed to raise kids? I'm still barely a kid myself. And I think he was kind of freaking out a little bit and it was making him really tense. So I don't know that he's really going to be too torn up about it, but I think she really is, as you can see, pretty sad. But he's sad too. I mean, he's not, happy about it. He is, going through a pre-parental panic, and he was sad about the loss of the children. So maybe he's kind of come to terms with the fact that, okay, you know what, she's having a baby and this is our lot in life. And now it's kind of hit him that, oh, well, now we've lost our babies. So he is, he's kind of feeling that sadness along with her. So I hate that for them. I really do. All right, so I'm just going to put on the timeline. We're going to try again for them to have another baby in a couple of, in a little bit of time here, not too far away. Since they did lose their baby, we will try again for them. All right, Allison, try for baby. All right, so we've got that on the timeline, and we are just going to go ahead and head back over to our main family and check on Julianna. All right, Julianna, we are back with you, and we just want to see how everyone is doing in the family. I know that they are really sad, but we also want to just see if they're doing okay. I'm pretty sure that this painting got completed. Yes, it did. I'm going to have Amelie come and sell her painting. I know you are super sad. Why are you super sad? Just because of the death of your dad. Okay. Well, I am so sorry. I really am really sorry about it. There is nothing really that I can do, though. Honestly, there is nothing that I can do. I'm going to have you come down and use the washroom here. And then I'm going to have her come in here and make a little bit of breakfast. Honestly, though, can you please cook in the house? Can you? Because it would really help me out if you would not walk all the way to the shared space. She's like, I'll think about it, but there's a good possibility that I'm going to walk all the way to the shared space because, I just seem to like those counters better. They're the exact same counters. Exactly the same. I know because I'm the one that built it. All right, so she's just going to make some flour salad here and have a little bit of food here for the family. And we are just checking in. How are the kids? They're just up here playing together, which is super cute. Why don't you guys actually come and... Can you play with blocks? No, you can't. All right, you can do some shapes and you can play this with the drums. Oh, you're so sad, aren't you? Is there anything you can do with these plants? Nope. Okay. All right, so Amelie's just going to come in here and talk to Julianna while Julianna cooks, which is fantastic. She's standing in the oven. I don't understand, but it's not meant for me to understand. She likes cooking. Yes, you can like cooking. We want you to like cooking because you are the eldest in the house and you kind of need to cook for them. I mean, if we're being honest, you kind of do. She's like, I'm feeling spiritual. I found the holy book in there and I was thinking about reading it. And she's like, well, maybe you should. It might make you feel better after losing dad. And she's like, do you think so? And she's like, I think anything's worth a shot, Amelie. I really do. I mean, if you think about it, we have lost someone really near and dear to us. And if you find something that's going to make you feel better, then I think that you should give it a shot. And she's like, okay. So she's just eating this flour salad, which is, in my opinion, pretty, but doesn't look like something I'd want to eat. But then she's going to go and have herself a little bit of a rest because she is definitely feeling like she's tired. She said, "You make my day so much better.
Moochie
Thanks for making
Benja?
me smile." Oh,
Wessa
we love
boo
that.
Moochie Peachy. Mevo Laba. Essanoi.
All right. So once you're done with that, I don't think you have a whole lot going on your agenda. So it's raining out. There's not a whole lot you can do. Why don't you come up here and do a little bit of painting? The children are playing with their blocks, and he's going to the washroom. Amelie's going to get a little bit of rest in, so you could get some painting in and maybe make some money for the family. And that would be fantastic, because let's be real, you're definitely not planning on going ahead and doing the nectar making. So it's like something's got to give as far as the money goes, because even though we have a little bit of money, it's not going to last us forever. And she's like, we have a lot of money. We sold all that nectar that Dad made. And that's true. I mean, as far as money goes, I think that they are kind of set for a while. I mean, they were of peasant level, and now they have 36,000 simoleons. So they do have a significant amount of money that they have to live on. So she's kind of like, I'm not really all that much worried about funds. She's like, I think we have more than enough for us to live on. But they also have to make sure that she has enough money to pay for her dowry. She has to make sure that they have enough money to pay for Amelie's dowry and for Diana's dowry. So, I mean, she has to make sure there's enough money for all of that. And she's not really thinking about that. The fact that, you know, they also have to pay for the property, and they've got their taxes. So, you know, she didn't really have to deal with those things beforehand because John took care of all of that. So she doesn't realize that, you know, even though they have a significant amount of money, they still have responsibilities. And these are responsibilities that she now has to learn about, that she didn't have to worry about before because she was just the child and she was not an adult. And now she is an adult, and she is potentially going to be possibly the heir. And right now she is taking care of the heir that is only a toddler. So all of these responsibilities really do fall on her. So she has to worry about a lot of things right now that she necessarily didn't have to worry about before. So I do think that she needs to make sure that the family is well taken care of financially, as well as emotionally and mentally, and all of the things that they need to worry about. So it may be that her paintings can get them by, but if it doesn't, then she may have to take up nectar making whether she wants to or not. So that may be a possibility that she is going to have to, you know, just leave her alone and go and sell that painting. Don't even worry about Diana. Diana's getting some rest. And as a matter of fact, you know, it's quite early. You could probably stand for a nap yourself. So she's like, gonna have to worry about these things. Whether she wants to do the nectar making or not is really irrelevant, because sometimes you have to do things you don't want to do. I like how the player switches between God mode and Sim mode, pretending to be the Sim at times, then switching to God-like position, making decisions for the Sims. Yes, absolutely. All right, so they are just getting a little bit of rest here, and then we are going to let her go ahead and do something fun, because she needs some fun in her life. The fun that she's chosen to do is cleaning up the toddler potty. I don't really know what about that's fun for her, but that's the fun she's chosen to do, so we love that for her. Don't ask me. I can't explain the Sims to you and the things that they consider fun. It does not sometimes add up. It really doesn't. But that's what it is. And welcome in Kiwi Fruit to the stream, by the way. Yeah, I like to play as my Sims, but I also, you know, obviously have God mode. But I like to sometimes think for them and make them a story and make it interesting. So yeah, I do kind of do a little bit of both. I do. So we love that. And so currently right now we are, just as we know, mourning a little bit. It is coming up on May of 1367. They are just moving right along in this year. I don't think we have anybody else in the story currently right now that is expecting any babies. Nobody else is pregnant. So we are just going to continue on with our, she can just go talk about dirt. I don't really necessarily want you to talk to it about dirt. I was kind of hoping you could like water or weed or something, but hey, that's fine. Look at him. He's like, I am going to go have myself a little bit of that flour salad. You do that. I mean, it's a very pretty salad. I don't necessarily know that I would want to eat that, but I mean, you fill your boots. So, we're just letting them continue on because at this present moment, we're just kind of working out the rest of this day until it is time for us to have some birthdays in July, which in July we'll actually be heading over to the other Arundel household, which at that time will be aging up their little ones. Julianna is really just trying to make sure that she can keep everybody held together, and she's really struggling because she's having to be the brave face, and she's trying to really be strong for everybody in the family. She's trying to basically hold it together for everyone, but she's kind of falling apart a little bit herself. She's just lost her father too, and she's like, I want to mourn, I want to feel sad, I want to lay in bed and grieve, but I can't do that because I have 3 younger siblings that I have to take care of. I have a house now that I have to take care of, and a garden, and this, that, and the other. And when I want to go and lay in the bed and cry it out, I kind of can't do that because I have to be this strong person that is showing them that everything's going to be okay. And so she's not able to kind of really feel her emotions and grieve like she really needs to grieve because she's having to be strong for these kids. And so she's really, really struggling with that. How long did it take you to set up all the houses and community lots? So much detail. I actually just downloaded, so this, it's beautiful, it is, but this lot was actually on the gallery, but it was an empty shell, so all of the houses were empty, but the lot itself was on the gallery. So I downloaded it off the gallery, and then I just went into each house and decorated them. But it took me a while. It took me a long time to have to go in and decorate each house. So yeah, I started working on it yesterday. And I worked on it for all day yesterday. And then again this morning before my stream. So yeah. So yeah, I got that all set up for you guys so that we could have them all in a village because originally they were all kind of just spread out between Himford-on-Bagley, Windenburg, and Brindleton Bay. And now they are in Windenburg on a village, and we have some of them in a village in Himford-on-Bagley. And they're all together now because of the fact that we can have them like this because of the Sims 4 Rent expansion pack. So we love that. But yeah, so she is really, really struggling with the fact that she's having to hold it together for the kids. Although you wouldn't be able to tell it right this second. Right this second, she's feeling inspired.
Food to buy. Ooh, Nerfa.
And of course, she is right now playing with Xavier, which we know is her favorite. She absolutely loves him to death because, as we know, he's the heir. And she's hoping that, you know, he's going to be her ticket out of here. You know, she knows that if he lives and he survives and he's the heir, she doesn't have to be the heir. So she's like, you know, we know she dotes on him. So her spending as much time with him as possible is something you'll definitely see. So, you know, she loves to spend time with him. Spending time with him has gotten her inspired, which is fantastic. We love that she is kind of feeling a little bit better. She was definitely feeling a little bit poorly before she started spending some time with Xavier. So he makes her feel better. He does. Spending time with Xavier is good for her. Xavier, seriously, I think you need to eat something, son. You are feeling really hungry. Let me pull out this bread stew or something. Here's a spinach tart. Come eat that. Grab a serving of that spinach tart before you starve to death. I mean, honestly. Oh my goodness. I guess he didn't like that flour salad he ate, which, you know what, who could blame him? Because who wants to eat a whole bunch of flowers? Nobody. Nobody wants to eat that. I don't even know why she made that.
Wixinia.
She's like, because you told me to. You know what? I did tell you to make that. You're right. But I didn't realize it was just going to be a plate full of flowers. Like, who is going to eat that? No one wants to eat dandelions. I don't understand. It's fine. Here, clean this up. She's like, I was going to go paint something to make us some money because I've got bills to pay. I understand that, but there's salads laying everywhere. So let's clean this mess up before the house starts smelling. All right, so, Amelie is just really in a bad way, honestly. This poor child, she's struggling the most, I think. I think she was probably the closest to John. I say that being like, oh, she was the closest child to John. Like, John had favorites. John did not have a favorite child. He didn't. But I think that Amelie's just really taking her father's death the worst. Like, she's struggling. She is really, really struggling. And nothing that she has done so far since his passing has gotten her out of this mood of, like, you know, being able to get in a better place, like, mentally. Like, Julianna played with Xavier and she got inspired. So that made her sadness go down a little bit. Amelie's just sad. She's just stuck in that sadness. Are you going to buy the For Rent expansion pack and make the peasant renters and our aristocrats, landlords, renters, and peasants can revolt? I actually have the Sims 4 For Rent expansion pack. I got that for free from the EA as part of the EA Creator Network. So I actually have that pack already. So I do have that, which is how I was able to go ahead and set this up as a village. So they're already set up as in a village. So basically what I did was I just put all of my family in a village. So I don't necessarily have it set up because I don't have the royal mod in my game, because it was messing my game up. And so I had taken it out. So I don't have the royalty mod where I have like peasants and all the different levels. I just basically pretend like my Sims are peasants, or whatever the case is. So basically what I've done is I just went in and said, these all are like, they're all my families and we just live in a village together, is basically what I did. We're the property owner. The main household is the property owner and they're all of our tenants, but they don't pay us rent. I put the rent as 0 so that they don't have to pay us rent. Oh, but now we have a insect infestation. So I assume we're going to have to deal with the renter stuff. Right? Because we are technically the landowner. So there's that. So, like this says, here in 3 Von Windenberg estate of the monastery households unit, disgusting insects are crawling out of every nook and cranny. Visit the unit to sort out the problem or call a contractor over the phone. So basically over in my monastery home, so where the priest lives, they've got bugs. And technically I don't use the phone, but I guess I'm going to have to call the contractor. I guess. I don't really know. I haven't used enough. Call expensive contractor. I don't want to do that. Can't I just visit the unit? Okay. Let's go to the unit. I guess we have to go deal with this bug problem. In the midst of me trying to do this, we're going to have to deal with that. All right. I would have thought that you guys, being that you're men of God, would be able to take care of your place and like keep the monastery tidy. But I guess that's not the case. Where is why are we standing out here instead of over here? All right. Let's go in and see what's going on with the bugs. Honestly, I don't see any bugs. I mean, what's the problem? Oh dear. I don't understand what I have to do here. Insect infestation. Yeah, but what do I do? Well, this has turned into like something completely different, didn't it now? Than the decades. Eavesdrop. I don't want to eavesdrop. I want to get the bugs out of here. I don't see any bugs. Let's push play. And then maybe they'll see the bugs. Do you see bugs? Oh, I see bugs. There's bugs. Just deploy fumigation device. Stomp bugs. Get in here and stomp the bugs. This is expensive. We're like not rich. Oh my goodness. I guess I'm going to have to deploy the fumigation device. Because I'm not going to have any other choice. I can't just go around stomping all these bugs. There's too many of them. Excellent job taking care of the nasty infestation. The tenant is satisfied with your prompt response and your unit rating went up. Yeah, okay, that's wonderful. Let's go home. Okay, I'm so glad that they're happy with the service. All right. Very good. We love that for them. And it is now May of 1367. We have killed the bugs. We love that. Where are they? Where's she going? Okay, very good. Our renters are not revolting. Our renters are happy. They don't pay anything for rent, so they should be happy anyway. But that's fine. If I keep having to pay $400 to fix bugs and things, I may have to start thinking about making them pay rent. All right. So we are back to the house, and she desperately needs to wee and to eat, and she needs some fun. So I'm going to let her do some of these things and take care of some of her needs. Oh my gosh, why is everyone in such bad shape in this house? I have no idea, but they clearly are in bad shape. Amelie, you are so pitiful. Look at her. She's like, I know I am. I know I am. Poor little Diana. Oh my gosh. Honey, why don't you actually like... Let's get you into some clothes. I'm so sick of seeing you in your pajamas. All right? Let's just put you in some clothes. You've been in your pajamas for 2 days. I know you're sad, but this is ridiculous. Okay? It's just ridiculous. I know, you're just pitiful. It's just so hard being little. She's like, I know. It really is. All right, Amelie, go get yourself a little bit to eat, and everybody needs to just take care of themselves here. I mean, life is not that, it's just not that bad, really. Okay, they're going to grab a bite to eat. Why are you not eating? She's like, I'm going to go have a little bit of fun while I eat. You're going to play in the rain with your food. Okay.
Oh,
Julianna,
joy.
you are something else. You truly are something else. Look, you can, when you're done, come out here and harvest all these plants, and I think that'll get your fun up because you actually do enjoy gardening, so we'll let her do that. And then she can do that. She's like, I want to play with Xavier. She is obsessed with that little boy.
Oh, Bija.
And you know why? It's just because she thinks that the more she dotes on him and the more she cares for him, the better off his life is going to be, because she's like, I have to secure everything about him, and I have to, like, basically she's become this helicopter parent for him, even though she's not his parent. She's just his big sister. But she's like, if I helicopter parent him, then oh my gosh. Why are you here? That's her dead father. I don't know how I feel about it. I really don't know how I feel about it. It's kind of freaking me out a little bit, seeing her dead father at the door knocking. Like, they're all missing him so much, I'll invite him in. I think it's creepy when the ghosts come and just hang out. I really do. Do you think it would make them feel better? I don't really know. I just... Typically, I don't play with the ghost. Typically, I just let them go on into the nether spirit world or whatever, because I just think that they should just, like, go off into wherever it is that they should go and just be at peace. I'm not much of the ghost player, so when they come and they, like, want to, like, hang out, I just don't know if that's healthy for them to, like, move on. Like... Here, Julianna is trying to, take care of her family, that her dad has, he's passed away and he's left her with these children. And I feel like she's like, what am I supposed to do now? I'm taking care of all these kids and I'm trying to keep things afloat and I don't really know what I'm doing. But I'm put in this position and, I would like to come over and hang out. Is that okay? I don't... Okay. So she's just trying to do the best that she can do, even though she doesn't really know exactly how to handle the situation she's in. And, she's just thinking to herself, I'm just going to every day get up out of bed and I'm going to do my best to take care of these children in this house. And that's what I'm going to do. And then he shows up at the door. Like... Is that healthy for her to, like, be able to move on? I don't really know. But here we are. And I don't know. I really don't know if it's best. Okay, John's left, so I guess that's okay. Okay, these two are just not in a good way. Go eat yourself something. He's like, I'm going to eat a lollipop. Don't eat a lollipop. There is food in this fridge. I will find you some food. Look, here's some turnip soup. Eat that. He's like, I am so hungry. Diana just wants to cry. Diana, honey, please stop crying. Please. How much longer do you have? 13 more hours of crying. Okay, well, oh my Lord. I'll be glad when the morning is over, because honestly, I can't stand you being so sad all the time. You sweet little bean. You sweet, sweet little bean. All right, so she's getting a little bit of rest. It is quite early for you to be sleeping. Why don't you get up and do a little bit of something with your time? Conrad, I wonder if I want to go over to his house and hang up. I would come over to your house and hang out, but I have unfortunately gained a lot of responsibility since we last chatted, and I just can't. So you've come over to our house and you're in here playing with the kids' blocks. I mean, that's fine, but let's just get to know you. So this guy here was someone that she just met because she was like, I'm trying to find someone that I can potentially marry. And so she just met him thinking that maybe he might potentially be someone that she could get on with. But she didn't feel anything about him one way or the other. And he's a teen and she's a young adult, and she was just really not all that interested. And so nothing ever came of it. She's actually found someone that she is interested in and she's in a relationship with. But now this guy's just like wanting to come hang out, which is funny because he's clearly not of the same level as her. Like, he's in there playing with these kid blocks and she's like, really? You've come over just to come and play with my children, like my siblings blocks. And I find that odd. All right, why don't you come over here and go to sleep? It is getting really late. Both of you need a little bit of rest. And then, oh my gosh, you really could use some rest yourself. She's like, I need to check on Xavier before I can head in. No, you don't. You just need to go to bed. It's like almost 9 p.m., which means that we are definitely heading into July of 1367. And for July of 1367, we have 2 birthdays that we need to roll for to see if they can age up. They are aging up into children, Alan Arundel and Victoria Arundel. And so we will be seeing if they can age up. So we will be going over, is anyone home? We are home, but we're kind of, well, we were heading into bed, but I mean, oh, she's in bed. Oh, go back to bed. Go back to bed. Just go back to bed. She's like, no, I'm going to invite her in. No, don't. Go back to bed. All right. It's 10:30 at night. You should be asleep anyway. You can just go on home there, Avita, because it is getting a little bit late. I know you want to visit, but it's just too late. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. All right, so it is July of 1367. We have a birthday to roll for, well, 2 actually. So we're going to pull up our spreadsheet. We are going to roll for Alan Arundel and Victoria Arundel. They cannot roll a 4 or a 13 or they will die. So let's pull up our dice as well. And we are going to go ahead and see if they are going to make it. So for Alan, he rolls a 19 and survives, and Victoria rolls a 5 and she survives. Both of them are going to get 28 days, which is fantastic. So we love that for them. So they're going to age up here. And we will just go ahead and turn that one green. Perfect. So let's go ahead and head over to the Arundel home and we will age up Alan and Victoria now. All right, let's do this. They live in the other part of England in Himford-on-Bagley in the other village, so we're going to go see them now. Hi, Leah Maria. Welcome to the stream. All right, so we are going to Himford-on-Bagley, to this village here, and we are going to go to the Arundel home. And we are going to be aging up little Alan and little Victoria. Both of them are becoming children, so we love that for them. The village is cute. Oh, I was so busy with these villages because they were the buildings, but nothing inside the buildings. It was just the shell. So I had my hands full with trying to fill all of these village shells. It was a lot of work. All right, so we have little Alan here. We are going to go ahead and age him up to a child and see what he's going to get as his trait. Of course, he turned his back to me. Of course he did that. He was curious. Now he is going to be neat. These Sims become happy and have fun when performing household chores, and they can have a cleaning frenzy and become really uncomfortable in dirty surroundings. He had a 1 in all of his skills, so we are going to give him, I don't know. Let's give him social. Let's do, actually, let's not. Let's give him, which one is the one that has Chore Master? Let's give him that one. Since he's a neat Sim, let's give him the Chore Master. It says this Sim is all about helping out around the house. So let's give him that one. He's definitely going to need a makeover. But let's go ahead and age up Victoria. All right, Victoria, you are going to be aging up to a child as well. And she had a communication developmental delay, but now she is going to be active. These Sims tend to be energized, can pump up other Sims, and may become upset if they don't exercise for a period of time. All right, so let's make her motor then. And she can be a rambunctious scamp. So they both, I guess, got motor, which is fine. And let's go ahead and hop into cast with both of them and give them their child makeovers. And I'm doing okay. How are you? I'm doing really good. All right, Alan, where are you? All right, so let's do Alan first. He's got some blood we need to clean up here, so let's just get rid of that. I have a glitch, though, in my game. Maybe you know about it, where ever since, I'm assuming ever since the pack, and it's just happening on my toddlers, but their face, let me see if I can show you. Let me look on Maximus and see if he's got it. Yeah. Do you see his face? Do you see his, like, how it's all, like, glitchy? Like, what is that about? Anyway, my toddlers' faces are all glitchy, and I don't know why. So, yeah. I don't know what that's all about, but I gotta figure out what's going on with that, because it's driving me insane. But yeah. So I've got that to deal with. All right, so let's go ahead and give him his makeover quickly here. I read there was a toddler skin detail glitch. Hi, Gigglety. Higglety. I screwed that name up so bad the first time. Let's try that again. Did you? I wonder which one it is, because, like, yeah, that's rough. I'm having some trouble with that. Maybe I'll have to take them all out. I'll have to figure out what skin details I have in my game for toddlers and take them out, because, oh my gosh, it's bad. Some are a lot worse than that. Disappearing faces. Oh my gosh. Look how cute Alan is. Okay, so there's Alan. Let me just go ahead and put him in his pink clothes. Pink. Oh, buddy, you're missing your hair. Well, you just can't have that now, can we? There we go. All right, and then we need to put you in your clothes. All right, so there's Alan. Let's go ahead and get his photo. Great. And then we're going to do Victoria now. Oh, it took her dimples away. Put it back. Here. Let's do this blush. There we go. Oh. Okay. I haven't even looked at mine yet. Too many mods I still need to update. I think the remove eyelashes is supposed to be a problem currently. It doesn't seem to be having a problem with anybody other than, like I said, I'm not having a problem with anyone but my toddlers. Like, so that's the only thing. Nobody else is having issues. That's why I was like, it's got to be something skin related, but I don't know what. All right, so let's go ahead and put her in her pink. Let's do those shoes. Okay. And then there is Victoria, all done up as a child, which is fantastic. And let's go ahead and jump back into the game, and I will show you what their house looks like now that we're in their household. And we'll take a look at their little place. All right. Why is she not even at home? Nobody's at home. Why are they not home? Okay, let's send them all home. That's so weird that nobody's home. They're just all like out in the field, hanging out. That's hilarious. It's reported some toddler presets are broken. Many, but not all toddler presets, causing distorted toddler faces, no EA eyelashes, Glenn, no EA eyelashes, escaping pot plant, file name, EA, no EA eyelashes, update. I'll have to look and see. I wonder if those eyelashes have, or the no EA eyelashes have been updated yet. Probably not. So this is their little house. And then when I say little, I mean it. That was from Lutheran Rising. Oh, okay. So when I say their house is little, I mean it's little, because if you look at their homes, like these are some really tiny homes in this neighborhood. So I had to fit them into a little tiny house. But this is their little home. When you walk in, this is their kitchen living area. So literally it's just like a little kitchen area, and then their dining table, and then their seating area in front of the little fireplace here. And then it goes off into a bedroom where they are all basically live. So because she's a widow, she doesn't have a husband, so we know Hugh has passed away. It's just her and all of the kids in this room. So we love that. And yeah, there is going to be a shared area for bathrooms. I haven't built that, I don't think, yet, but I need to. And oh yes, I did. And this is their shared bathroom area. So everyone on this community area, this whole lot, they share a bathroom building. So this is their bathrooms section. So no one on this lot has bathrooms inside their house. They all use the outhouse building technically, because the houses just aren't big enough for them to have a bathroom inside their home. So they just use the community bathroom outhouse area, whatever that lot is you want to call it. So they have a shared bathroom, communal bathrooms, basically. So this is their little home. So we will just go ahead with them. It looks like she probably could stand to go ahead and get them something to eat. I'm going to have her go ahead and make a bit of a rabbit pie for them. She's hungry. If she's hungry, everybody else is probably getting hungry, because they're younger children. And yeah, of course, Byron's hungry. And Maximus is also hungry. Where is Byron? Okay, good. At least Frederica has the little one, and he's not just like laid out in the middle of a field somewhere forgotten about. So we love that. That's pretty cool. Yeah. So we love that for them. I love that Frederica was like, hey, you totally left your kid out in the field, which now I'm going to leave him out in the field as well. Can we not leave him out? And she's like, I have to pee. He'll be fine for just a second. Okay. Great. Okay, great. Let's go ahead and feed him a bottle when you're done peeing, and then you can bring him inside. Okay? Can you do that? I decided to build a village last night. Really? Ooh, that'll be fun. I cannot build a village. It was hard enough, just like it took me so long just to decorate these villages. I could not imagine trying to build villages. I just don't have the skill, I don't think, for it. I just don't. Like, it's hard enough just, yeah, I'm not a builder in that sense. I mean, I can build, but, like, it takes me forever to build things. But I don't think I could build a village. I just don't think I could build a village. So she is feeding little Byron here, which we love. And then she's going to go ahead and we'll put him in his little crib here. Put Byron to sleep here. She's like seriously uncomfortable. Well, I understand that. Is that pie almost done? She's like, yes, it is. Great. Go ahead and call everyone to a meal. You don't need to worry about the baby. She's handling the baby. He's a feeding tinkler. Byron often pees while being fed. We love that. All right, so Byron's gone to bed. We love that. He has a good appetite. That's great. That just means like he constantly wants to eat, I'm sure. So everyone has come to grab themselves a serving of this food, which is fantastic. We love that. And Maximus is just really angry because he is hungry guy. Well, come grab yourself a serving of this. There you go. Good job, Maximus. Good job.
Yeah, Ben Trip, Lamone. Hey, boy.
Yes, Julianna. No melody. Ah, crazy.
All right, so you can go ahead after you're done eating, go to the washroom. You need to go to bed. You need to go to bed. Everyone is so tired. Are you eating? Yes, you are. Everyone is just in really bad shape. Really, really bad shape. But this is this family and their little lot, and we love that. As you can see, they're all going over there to the bathroom together, and we love that. But we are going to go ahead. We're going to check back in with our main household in our main village and see how they're doing and continue on. We do have 2 more birthdays for the last day of the year here in October of 1367, which will be in a couple of months here. And we are just going to continue on with our main household until then and make sure that Julianna is doing okay. As we know, she is trying her damnedest to keep Xavier alive. She's trying to continue on with the family, make sure everything runs smoothly now that John is gone. And she is really, really struggling to hold it all together when really all she wants to do is mourn. And she is really struggling not to fall apart. Oh, but it does look like maybe their mourning time is over. So that is good because now I don't have to, like, I guess, listen to Diana cry all the time. So that's good. Diana was really, really crying like a lot. So it looks like their mourning time is over as far as with John. So that's good. I love that because, you know, I mean, obviously it makes sense that they're going to mourn, but their garden seems to be in good shape as well, so we love that. We have a garden here, and it looks like everyone can tend to it. But everyone keeps coming over and just throwing things down on the garden, and I'm not sure why they do that. Because I can't plant anything else here because there's an apple tree there growing, and this one is a lemon tree. And also, this is necessarily not a community garden. It's just our garden. But they just all continue to come over here and throw their plants onto our garden. And it's funny to watch them just come over here and they just tend to our little garden and throw their plants down, which is funny to see. So, yeah. It is nice to kind of see our Sims all mingling around and chatting with one another. They come over, they knock on our door. We get to see them, obviously, milling about in the neighborhood, which I absolutely love seeing. So that is going to be a nice change here, and we love that. They like to go over into our bar area, which it doesn't look like anyone's over here now, but they do like to come in here and hang out. Julianna comes over here and like makes food sometimes. I don't know what that's about, but sometimes she does. Speaking of Julianna and needing food, you need some. Like, why are we not cooking or doing something? Let's make some chunky stew, and get our family fed. So it is Thursday at 9:30 in the morning, which means that we are actually in August of 1367. So that's fantastic. We are moving right along in the year here. All right, Julianna, how are we doing? She's like, I'm just going to hang out all day long in my undergarments, in my gown. I really wish you wouldn't. So we had said a little earlier that I wasn't really sure if she was going to be using the nectar making or not. But if we ended up needing money, I might have her do that. Just because... Oh, remember how I told you that she likes to go and cook in the shared space? That's what she's going to do right now. She's going to walk all the way over there and use their counters, and then walk all the way back and cook. I don't know why she's doing that. We have plenty of counter space in our kitchen. Like, what is she doing? I don't know why she's doing that. But that is exactly what she's doing. She's going into the shared space to cook. They need to fix it where it doesn't make them do that. Because that is a little bit annoying. That she's going to walk into the shared space to cut up the food. And then she's going to walk all the way back to her house. No. You resume the chunky stew. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. You go resume the stew. Anyway, so see, that is a little bit of something that needs to be kind of fixed with this pack. That I don't necessarily care for. Because it's like, why are you going all the way to the shared space when you have a kitchen in your actual space? That doesn't make sense. I was kind of afraid that would happen. Yeah. And it doesn't make sense because they've got counters in their regular space. Yeah. I don't know. So now she's going to walk all the way back to her actual kitchen. And go cook her food in her stove. All right, so we'll get her to make that chunky vegetable stew, and that'll be great. I'm just going to get Amelie to go to the washroom here, and Diana is hungry, and Xavier is also feeling a little bit hungry, but he's like, I need a bath. And, you know, as soon as Xavier tells her anything about the fact that he's feeling a little bit grungy, she's going to be like, oh, right away. Because she absolutely dotes on him so much. Like, she just thinks he's the best thing since sliced bread, I guess. And she'll just, you know, tend to him right away, I'm sure. So we love that. I hope she doesn't tend to him before she eats something, though, because honestly, she really does need to get herself something to eat. She is feeling quite hungry. So let's hope that she does eat before she decides to take care of his needs. As he comes down to tell her whatever he tells her. Look, yep, he's like, I need a bath. I desperately need a bath. What are you doing? Playing in the toilet's not helping you get clean. It's not. Excuse you, sir. Here, why don't you go ahead and go potty? You know how to do that on your own, sir. And so you should do that because you desperately need to do it. So go ahead and do that while she's doing this. She can get herself something to eat.
Oh.
she reached cooking level 7, so she's getting some skill up now that John is gone, and she's having to do more responsibilities and taking care of all of these children and feeding them. Like, her responsibility has increased so much. He would like to come over and hang out. Yeah, you can come over and hang out. Like, this is the guy that she has gotten into a relationship with. He had called her and yesterday and was like, can you come over to my house? And she was like, no, I can't. I've got some responsibilities. Like, my dad just died. I've got kids to take care of. I can't just drop everything and come see you. Now he's like, well, can I come see you? And she's like, yeah, you can come see me. So he's clearly wanting to be able to spend some time with her. He obviously, misses her. He's in a relationship with her. He wants to see her. He wants to spend time with her. But she's like, I've got a lot of responsibility in my life now. I can't just be worrying about myself. I have to worry about these children. And, I want to see you too, but my life stuff has to kind of be put on the back burner. And he's like, yeah, but like, what if you are the heir to the family? Then your life needs to go ahead and begin. And she's like, right now, I'm not the heir. Right now, Xavier's the heir. And right now, he's who I need to focus on. So she's still like thinking to herself, I'm going to dote on him. I'm going to make sure he lives. I'm going to do whatever it takes to make him be the heir, and I can get out of this. Whereas, Mr. Meshram, her boo, what's his first name? Let me look at that. What is his first name? His name is DeMarcus. DeMarcus is like, yeah, but if you're the heir, which essentially means if he's the heir, we kind of need to get started on that, right? Like, he's like, let's move this forward. Let's do it, And she's like, yeah, I'm not though. I'm not though. And he's like, yeah, but you might be. And she's just like, but I'm not though, But he's just seeing that he could possibly be the heir of something. And, he's looking at it like, look at all this, because they're the property owner for all this, right? And he's like, look at all this. I could be the heir to all of this. And she's like, yeah, like, I understand the appeal for you. Like, I get it. But, like, at the end of the day, it's a lot of responsibility. It is. And also, I don't want it. I know you might think it's great and the appeal is so good, but I don't want that life. And there's so much more that I want out of life. Like, I want marriage and I want kids, but I don't necessarily want that responsibility. And he's like, very good. And he's trying to understand, but he doesn't really understand, like, why she's so adamant that she doesn't want that responsibility. But she really doesn't. She really wants Xavier's to take that over. She just wants to move out with DeMarcus and have their little family and do whatever. She would like to, like, have a house here in the village, maybe. But to have to, like, run all of this and be responsible for all of this, she doesn't want that. All right, so go ahead, give him a bath, and then you can go and chat with DeMarcus and have yourselves a little bit of whatever. All right, and Amelie is feeling so much better now that her morning time is over, which is fantastic. She was really, really struggling with the loss of John, and she's kind of feeling a little bit better now, which we love to see. I am so glad that she's feeling better because she was just moping around and nothing was making her happy. The fact that she's doing better now is fantastic. We love that. Where's DeMarcus going? He's like, I'm going to the church. I'm pretty sure that is where he's going, is to the church. Did he actually go to the church? He did. He went to the church and he went to sleep. Look at that. DeMarcus, honey, are you that tired that you had to come to church and go to sleep? Oh, my goodness. Well, okay. He's like, I came over to visit, and I'm just so tired that I just came to go to sleep. All right, why don't you come over here and chat with him for a little bit, because honestly, like, let's ask him about his day. Come talk to him. And then you can, like, do a little bit of, like, flirting and something. I don't know. Propose. Well, flirt with him. Let's not propose to him just quite yet. We'll do some interest. Discuss some interest. Let's just come over and chat with DeMarcus a little. I guess we're going to chat in the church. She's coming over here. You probably shouldn't be in your gown. Let's change you. Oh my goodness. She's just going to run around all day long in her gown. She doesn't even care. She's got no couth. Oh, Julianna, I don't even know what I'm going to do with you. So if you could somehow control what they took, that would be accurate, but that will never happen. Honestly, in this period, almost no one would have an oven, and they would take anything that needed baking to the village baker's ovens. So, okay, what does that mean? I should, like, take their ovens out of their houses and put it in the shared space? Is that what you're saying? Because I could do that. Like, I could change this space and just put put ovens in here. I mean, they go in here to cook anyway, don't they? I guess I could put a stove and a refrigerator and or an oven and a refrigerator, like pantry, whatever, in here. And they would just come in here to cook because they're already coming in here to cook. And then they would just have, like, in their area, just a table to eat. Then again, they probably wouldn't even eat in their area then. They would just eat in there. Oh, you can't control what they take and what they don't. Yeah, I guess that's true too. Yeah, that's true. All right, so she is just having a little bit of a conversation with DeMarcus here. He is, I think he's mute, possibly. I don't know all of his traits, I don't think. Let me see if I know all of his traits. I don't think I do. He is, yeah, I don't know all of his traits. We're going to have to try to get to know him, but I'm pretty sure he's mute because, like, he doesn't ever, like, I never hear his voice when he talks. So I'm pretty sure he is probably mute. But we need to get to know him a little bit better. Oh, what is she doing with him? Chat with him. Okay. I don't know what I just hit. That's fine. I wanted to hit get to know. So let's get to know him a little bit better so we can learn about his traits. He's lazy. Okay, well, that's not necessarily a great trait, but I mean, okay. It is what it is, I guess.
Julianna. Swakfush.
They just started holding hands all on their own.
Gorba. Knee poobatert.
I'm very certain that he is a mute sim. They are closer from happy memories, though. Says, Julianna feels close to DeMarcus from good times and happy memories. We love that. And she's learned that he's lazy. So, and they're lovers. To be in love is a beautiful thing. So we love that for her. She perceives him as basic looking. I mean, I guess that is not everything, but it is what it is. Where's he headed? I don't know, but I guess he's headed back over to the house. He's like, I'm tired of hanging out at the church now. We can go back over to your house. And she's like, okay, that sounds like a good plan. So they've come back over here to the house. She's going to just play a little bit of her music here. And he's come over to play. Maybe he's feeling a little bit, maybe he's a little childish too. I don't really know. But maybe you can give him an introduction and you can get to know him. Or not. Because I clearly can't, work this. Hello. Go ahead and give him an introduction. She's like, hi, it's nice to meet you. My name's Amelie. And he's like, oh, hello. I'm DeMarcus, and I am your sister's boyfriend. And she's like, I know who you are. I just wanted to let you know who I was. And he's like, oh, very good. Julianna likes the violin. Okay, great. Julianna is one that likes being, kind of into the arts and crafts. So I kind of like that about her.
Meeb. Shavni. Espina Flintha? Meeb?
So she's like, I'm really glad that you came over. I really, really appreciate seeing you. But I obviously have to take care of this little one here that is green. I need to give her a bath. And he's like, okay. He's like, I'm just going to go help myself to some of that stew you made. And she's like, okay, you do that. All right, go ahead and give Diana a bath. Who is green? Green, green, green. Come on, give her a bath. She's like, well, I could, but nothing. If it was Xavier, you'd give him a bath. Give a bath to Diana. Do it now. Amelie, stop talking to her. Okay, let her get a bath. Yeah, because she stinks and you just keep running your mouth at her. It's ridiculous. Hey, Julianna, it's me, DeMarcus. Do you want to go out on a date? I'm pretty sure he's calling us from our kitchen. Oh, no, he's not in our kitchen. I guess he left. Well, I would love to go on a date with you, but I'm a little busy. I'm trying to give a bath to Diana, only I'm not actually trying to give a bath to Diana. I'm ignoring that. Have you noticed it's taken her like 4 tries of me telling her to give her a bath, and she's just like, do I really want to do that? And when I tell her to give Xavier a bath, she's just on it. That's what I'm talking about. Xavier is clearly her favorite child. I feel bad for Diana, honestly. She's constantly being neglected. Like, she's like, Xavier's my twin. Why is he so much more special than me? It's because he's a boy. That's why. You were born the wrong gender in this time period. Because honestly, like, that's all that Julianna cares about. Is that he's a boy and he's getting her out of her responsibility. And Diana's like, well, that's hogwash. It is hogwash, Diana. It is. She got bathed in her britches. Okay. Well, at least you got clean. She's like, thank goodness. Now I can go to bed. All right. She's eating something, and then she's going to go to bed, and I'm going to let you go to bed. It is time for everyone to get themselves off to sleep for the night. That was an adventure in itself. I'm telling you what. Oh my goodness. So as you can see, this is Julianna's room. She's got herself some like little gardening things over here in the corner. It's super cute. Because as we know, she likes gardening. And Diana, are you going to bed? She's like, I'm going. It just takes me a little while to get up the stairs. Okay, very good. I didn't realize it took you quite that long. I thought your walking, like your movement skill was a little bit higher than that, but I guess it's not. And Amelie is headed off to bed herself. We love that. All right, everyone is going to go ahead and get themselves a little bit of rest. And then in the morning, we will be aging up who? Beatrice McNally is going to be aging up to a teenager, and Katerina Arundel is going to be aging up to a teenager as well, and we'll be rolling to find out if they can age up. Oh my gosh. Uh-oh, looks like something has shorted out all power and electricity in this unit. Time to sort out the problem. In what unit? Repair or replace all broken electrical objects. What are you talking about? Oh my gosh. What in the world? DeMarcus was still here. All right. Well, you're going to have to get up and repair the fridge. I don't know what needs to be replaced, but that's fine. I feel bad for women back in these years. I feel bad for her too. I do. Not only that, but like, she doesn't have a guy around to help her, like, yeah. Truth be known, she probably should marry DeMarcus, but she's being stubborn. She's like, no, I'm not the heir. You're not the heir, right? Xavier's the heir, and she's being really stubborn about it. But she's just not ready to face reality. And I mean, truth be known, Xavier really is the heir. So, I mean, she's being realistic, but he is a toddler. Like, and we aren't sure he's actually going to live to see childhood. So we don't know if that's, like, we have no idea. How do we know what's broken and what isn't, and what I'm supposed to fix and what I'm not supposed to fix? Is it just the bloody, I don't even know. Is it just the fridge? I guess so. Everything else, like, I don't understand. I guess so. I guess it's just the fridge. All right. Very good. So in the midst of our decades, ultimate decades, we have obviously some things with our residential rental that has broken here that we're having to fix. I've already had to deal with bugs and a bug infestation in one of the other homes that we had to deal with. So we love that. And now this. So fun times. Okay, fun times. Good job sorting out the electrical failure problem. As a result, our unit rating has gone up. Okay, great. Okay, perfect. We love that. All right. Wonderful. I think that she's hungry and we should feed her, and then she probably should go to the washroom. It is Friday, which is the next day. We do have to age up. Like I was saying, Beatrice McNally and Katerina Arundel, they are aging up to teens. In addition to them rolling to find out if they can become teenagers, we also need to roll to find out if they are, not if they are marrying, but when they are marrying, and if they are going to be, depending upon if they're marrying at a certain time, if they're going to have kids, I suppose. So let's go ahead and pull up the spreadsheet and let's give a roll for them. So Beatrice McNally and Katerina Arundel cannot roll an 18 or they will die. So let's go ahead and pull up our dice as well. And we are going to roll for them. So for Beatrice, she rolls a 10 and survives. And Katerina rolls a 7 and survives. Both of them will be aging up to teens, which is fantastic. And then for marriage, we know that we need to roll also a d20. So for Beatrice, we're going to roll, she's going to marry a 1, which means she's actually not going to marry. And for Katerina, she's rolling a 19, which means she will marry, but she's not going to have children. All right, so I will put that information on the spreadsheet. So no marriage for Beatrice. And then Katerina is going to marry in 19 years. So in 1386, we'll put her on to marry. Katerina Arundel. All right. And then we have them aging up in how long? 28 days. All right, perfect. So let's go ahead and head over to our house with Beatrice McNally, and we will age her up to a teenager. And then we will go over to Katerina Arundel and age her up to a teenager as well. Lovely. We love it. Beatrice, here we come. I guess I didn't have to switch out that way because, you know, but I'm still learning the ways of working this. Beatrice McNally lives here. I should have just switched inside the menu. Ew, bugs. It was pretty gross. I actually had to like fumigate them with a balm. It was really, really bad. All right, so Beatrice McNally is here. She is this little blonde beauty here. We are going to age her up to a teen. Let's go ahead and set her age to teen and see her age up. She is currently ruthless. She is also going to be a dance machine. I don't think she can be that. I think that's against the rules. So we'll make her, she can't be a bro either. She will be spiritual. Sims with the spiritual trait believe in a higher power through meditation and reflection. All right, and so let's go ahead and make her, Beatrice is not marrying, is she? All right, so if that's the case and she's spiritual, let's go ahead and make her, let's do knowledge for her. Let's make her want to be academic. And I think we may go ahead and make her just want to learn all there is that she can learn. All right, and let's go ahead and hop into Cass and give her her makeover. All right, so for her, let us go ahead and which one do I want to do? I don't know. Oh, that didn't work. All right, so the McNally family is purple. Purple, purple. All right, what shoes do I want to give you with this? I don't know. I think these maybe. Okay. And then for your party outfit, all right, so there we go with her. There's Beatrice McNally as a teen. As we know, she's not going to be marrying. So no children, no marriage for her. And let's go ahead and jump over into the Arundel home, and we will age up Katerina. Did you say she isn't marrying or having children? That's right. She's not marrying or having children. She rolled to not get married or have kids. Well, she rolled to not get married, so she's not going to have kids because she's not marrying. All right, so Hemford on Bagley's village, and then we're going to the Arundel family so that we can age up Katerina. All right, so Katerina is here, and let's go ahead and age her up. She is going to be aging up to a teen as well, and we are going to see what trait she gets. Where are you going to go to age up? She's like, I need plenty of room to do my spinny spin. I need to get like outside or something. You probably do. This house is a little bit small. Where are you going to go? She's like, literally outside. I don't have room for this. Okay. Oh no, I'm going to do it right here next to Mom. All right. She is a loner, and she's also going to be an egghead. These Sims are very focused, but can get stuck in their own head. All right, perfect. So let's go ahead and make her, she's also not having kids. So she is marrying, but because she's marrying so late in the year, like late, she's not going to have kids. So the first one's not marrying at all, so she's not going to have kids. This one's marrying, but she's not going to have children. So, you know, it is what it is. I am going to do for her, let's do, I don't know. Let's do for her, what is she? An egghead and a loner. She likes to be alone, and she likes to be in her own head. Let's do the Seeker of Secrets. Let's do that for her. All right.
Yeah, Nabby.
Oh.
Yeah, Nabby.
So let's go ahead and jump in to Cass with her and give her makeover. I have no idea what she looks like because her back is to us. So we'll get a look at her once we get into Cass. She has some CC on her, so we'll see what's going on there. Look at what she's wearing. Like, what is this getup? I don't even know. All right, so let's take a look at you, and let's get this hair off of you. I mean, you're not too bad. You're not bad. I mean, it's not bad. Truly. I think that I'm going to do these eyelashes. And a little bit of blush. And I think you're good. Just give you a little bit of hair here. Obviously. And she was a redhead, so we'll give her red hair. Oh, I don't know. So many decisions. So many decisions, you know? How about this one? I just need to give her a little bit of a chin here. That might have been a little too much. All right. And they are in the pink outfits. So she could take a vow of chastity since she's spiritual. Yeah. I was kind of thinking I could probably make her into a nun, but then I was thinking I've moved the people from the monastery into the village, but I might move them back into the monastery in Windenburg. That way I can have more people in there, because as of right now, it's not big enough for very many people. If I'm going to have nuns and priests, I'm going to need more room. Why does that look like that? So I may still have the church area, but I'll just move the monastery people out of the area up top and move them back into the monastery, like in Windenburg. What do you guys think about that? That way they can all like actually live there, and I can have some nuns and things like that if they decide they want to grow up and they don't want to marry and they want to become nuns and take vows of chastity, as you put it, and things like that. I don't know what to put her in for her clothing. Let's see. How about... Let's do this one. Like, I haven't had anyone in the game that's been a nun in quite some time, so I was thinking that maybe she might want to become a nun, but then I was like, I could do that, but then I'm going to have to move them back into the monastery. Like the big monastery. Even though I just moved them into the village. Pink. Okay, there's her outfits. And there is Katerina Arundel. All right, and her photo for the tree. I agree, that makes sense. Yeah. So, if that's the case, we can go ahead and I can put her in some clothing for like nunnery clothing, and I can move all of them back into the monastery. So like when we go, let me show you for Windenburg. So here's our, it says St. Lucy's Orphanage, but this is our monastery. Which is where all of our kids go if they were ever to be orphaned. So somebody would actually need to be there anyway, I would think. So our nuns and our priests would go back there, and then they wouldn't be at the church here in our village. It would be a church in our village, but no one would actually live in it. So we'll do it that way. And then I can go ahead and make Beatrice McNally join the monastery as a nun. So if that's the case, I'll probably go ahead and update her outfits and put her in nunnery clothing, like put her in the nun's outfit and let her go ahead and move into the monastery so that she can go ahead and start learning that lifestyle and things like that. So... what do you guys think of that idea? So that being said, I will probably do, if you guys are okay with that, that's probably what I'll do, is change her. Sounds good? Okay. So let's change her really quickly then into her nun clothing. I know I just put her in all her purple, but we'll put her in her nun stuff. And we'll get her photo for the family tree. That way I can update it after the episode here. And have her reflected properly on the family tree. So we'll just go into cast with her really quickly and update that properly. Because I like to have everything like updated properly on the family tree. So let's go ahead and change her from pink or purple to, let's see, black. And I'll have to search that up. It is in here. I just have to find it. There we go. Okay. There we go with her. So there's Beatrice updated with her outfits. And then I will go ahead and move out the households and split them up. The historical dresses seem to range from medieval to 19th century. Yeah. All right, so we will go ahead and move out them first. So let's get them to move. And we'll put them back in the orphanage, and then we will go and bring over, move household, at least breaking fee. Yeah, okay, that's fine. They literally pay $0 for rent. Like, why are they having to pay me $500 for breaking the fee? That's hilarious. Who died? Oh, John, maybe. Maybe they're mourning John. All right, so we're going to move them back into the orphanage. We're going to sell furniture, furnish, move them over there. All right, and then we are going to split up the household and move her into the orphanage as well. A lot of medieval Sims CC isn't medieval, but we make do. Yeah, that's true. We do the best we can with what we're given. It says we broke our lease. Cristofo Petecchia's household moved out of a unit outside of grace period and was charged a lease breaking fee. In the future, this fee can be avoided by waiting to move out until the 24-hour grace period window. Okay, it's fine. It's totally fine. Nobody is upset about this. It's fine. All right. Oh my goodness. All right, so now we are going to go ahead and we are going to go transfer household. All right, so in Windenburg, we're going to move her in with the monastery people, and she's going to go with them. Yes. Perfect. All right, we love that. All right, that is great. And I think that is probably where I am going to leave this for today. I don't have the For Rent EP, but the Discovery University EP offers the ability to have roommates that pay rent. So it is somewhat similar to the landlord-tenant system. Yes, sort of, but way different. It is way different. It is similar in the sense that I guess they pay rent, sort of, but not really. It is quite different in this. But I think, guys, that is where I'm going to go ahead and leave this. We still have a couple more hours of the day for me to end out the rest of 1367 here. But I'm just going to probably play that off camera because there's literally nothing else that's going to happen here. We have no babies. We have no nothing that's going on. So I am just going to go ahead and leave this off here. I've been going since 10 o'clock this morning and it's 1 now. So I am going to go ahead and end it here. But I am going to go ahead and see you guys in the next one. I have a lot of content that I have to make for the channel. So I'm going to go and probably get busy doing that. And for next weekend, I am hoping that I'm going to be able to do a Saturday and a Sunday stream. Saturday for YouTube, Sunday for Twitch. But for tomorrow, I am not going to do my Twitch stream because I need to get content created for the channel because I got behind doing the Creator Network early release stuff for the For Rent pack stuff. So I got a little bit behind on my weekly scheduled content. So I did get a little behind on all of that. So that being said, I have a little bit of catching up to do. But I had so much fun with you guys doing the stream today. And I am going to go ahead and leave it here. Thanks so much for being with me. I really appreciate all of you guys. And just really enjoy doing all of this for you guys so much. And I will see you guys in the next one. And until then, I'm going to go ahead and fly for now. Bye, Ravens.
We go to New Jersey, your eyes seen, I'll be worried.